It's always nice to get like a mirror in the escape, so that it cuts like a minute and a half off.
Yeah, so we are seeing 50 rupees there in the Link's House chest. And that was an early map check.
Crystals in the overworld looks like one of the 5/6 is at Tower of Hera. The rest are standard.
Yep. See confirmation there on Ken's screen. Alright, so the player's now coming up to the uncle who will give us just some bombs. So that's a new change for version 31. The uncle doesn't give you the weapon anymore in Assured Sword. You just start with the sword, so the uncle just has a regular randomized item.
And in this case, now they don't have to fire for bombs throughout escape.
Yeah, that's right. So they'll be able to bomb open the back of escape, which will get them 3 items. Always nice to not have to leave those behind.
Exactly.
And there's our guaranteed small key in the that's in the map chest there in the castle. Alright, runners now coming up to the boomerang chest. They'll have to take out this green guard and then take out the blue guard after and collect the key from it.
And just a heart piece there, so nothing too crazy. And now time for ball and chain card.
Yeah, 8 sword slashes is the way to take them out, or you can use map cap strategy here and just throw a pot at them.
And we got Quake from Zelda's cell.
And Professor Renderer there in a little bit of trouble with that guard, so just going to use the safer strat of throwing that pot at him. Question in chat, what makes a run casual? The only thing casual means is that it is a standard seed with an assured sword. Everything else is all kind of the same. So the same randomizations and everything. It's still advanced logic. So Plasma Kappa, the first one out of the basement. So going to have to run past these screen guards. Got to be a little careful with his health down to 1 heart, but there are plenty of heart pots around if he really needs them.
Yeah. And it's always good to know where those hearts and or magic pots are in the dark parts of the escape.
Yeah. So coming up here, Plasma Kappa will push aside this, what do you call it, mantle, and head into. For standard modes, you get the free light cone here, as if you had the lamp, even though you don't actually have the lamp. That only applies to dark rooms. You will need the lamp to see.
And with the new version 31 logic, the fire rod does count in rooms that have torches.
And there's our map. in the Dark Cross.
So the rest will be all items.
Cudslin, I don't. There's no nothing item. I think the extra sword is replaced by 5 rupees or something. I'm not entirely sure, but it's not a nothing item. All right, Plasmic have a first one into the back of Escape. We get 300 bucks, 20 more bucks, and blue mail. Not bad. So lots of money to start off this seed.
That could also indicate an early Zora check too.
Yeah, the logic doesn't take money into account. It's just assumed you can farm money, but it does definitely make a Zora check much easier to do. And so very solid escapes. And Plasma Cap going to be the first one out into the light world and heading straight for Kakariko as sort of the normal route here.
He'll probably go up and check the vanilla mushroom and then the thieves hut and then go into Kakariko. We'll see if anyone checks lumberjack to see if ag is required for that item or not. Ooh, we have early hammer in the vanilla mushroom spot. That's an awesome item to get early.
Yeah, hammer, one of the most important items in the game. It's a very powerful weapon, but it also gives you a lot of access to certain areas. And a hook shot. Wow.
Too.
So
And
two.
Plasma Kappa saving and quitting. I'm betting he's going South Shore.
Yeah, two very important items right off the bat in Lost Woods. I'm surprised Plasma Kappa doesn't go to Kakariko. He has plenty of money, plenty of bombs, but decides to put it off. And we're getting a check of the lumberjack I could not see.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. We'll see if on Professor Render's side if we can catch it.
That was so quick I couldn't see it.
Yeah. And the first item in the well in the swamp area is a piece of heart. Looks like bush crabs is 20 bucks. And 10 arrows when you drain the swamp.
Into the past Ken going up to check lumberjack, so maybe we'll see here. Nope. So unfortunately, not going to see what's on lumberjack just yet. All of the runners doing very fast checks there. Plasma Kappa now into mini Moldorm Cave.
Oh, 5 items here. 300 bucks. The swag net. 3 more bombs. And a piece of heart. And Master Sword.
All the money in this
Jack
seed.
is headed to Blind's hut along with Professor Render following right suit. All right, so we got 50 bucks in the first chest, 300 more dollars there, 10 arrows, and then 3 bombs. That'll probably take us to the rest of the money we'll need for this seed.
Oh, easily. This is a lot of money to start off. There's 5 300 packs in the game, and I think we found 4 of them already.
Yeah. All right, so Plasma Kappa checking the Ice Rod Cave. And just a heart piece there, so let's see what's in the well. Another piece of heart. 10 more arrows. Another heart container, 20 bucks, and glove upgrade.
All right, we got some more progression here. So we got already glove and hammer. We just need that moon pearl for our Dark World access.
Yep. And Bottle Vendor just having 3 bombs. Plasma Kappa going to Sahashila's closet.
Yeah, Plasma really taking the Kakariko skip to the limit here.
And we got boots.
Ooh.
And Ether in Sahashila's 50 bucks and Red Mint.
Wow, very safe seed.
Oh, yes.
Our Plasma is going to be a little annoyed about the boots being in Kakariko, because that would have made all his overworld checks a bit faster, but it's not a huge deal.
And the bar has 20 bucks there.
And Matt Cap, first one into the library, Titan's
Then we
Mint.
have then we have a glove upgrade. So we are Moon Pearl away from Dark World access.
And Matt Cap using a nice trick there. If you do hook, like, oh, I can't see what's on the library race game, but he's looks like he's going back for it, so it's something important. I was saying if you use the hooks and dash at the same time while you're on the stairs, you get a spin speed, which lets you go at boot speed, but able to turn. So a nice little trick there. And it is the flute on the race game. So this seed throwing all the routing items at us really early. We got boots, flute, hammer, Titan's mitts. We can access a lot of stuff. We can do a bunch of stuff on Death Mountain.
It's always nice to get that flute early and the boots. So this is going to be really looking like a quick seed.
Yeah, so the Kakariko skip for Plasma Kappa definitely not worth this time around. So the biggest
current setup that they have, they can clear out all of East Death Mountain. They can sequence break the old man if they decide to. They can also, if they don't get a Moon Pearl, they can check Super Bunny Cave too.
Alright, so we're going to get those overworld checks Plasma Cap already did from Renderer and Matt Cap. And Ken going to activate that flute as well. Plasma Cap getting the first gloves there. So runners just trading places for a little bit. I do want to take a moment to shout out to our trackers, Hugo and the 3X. Doing a great job so far. Trackers always one of the most important parts of the stream, so shout outs to them.
Yeah, especially the first like 15-20 minutes where this like items going all over the place.
I'm getting a new check here on Matt Cap's side, Bonk Rocks. And just a heart container. And Professor Render setting up a water walk here, so you'll be able to get items out of Waterfall Cave and Hobo, depending on how he routes this, and then of course Zora. And oh, I didn't see. Was there anything in King's Tomb there?
I missed it.
And Matcap, first runner now up to the mountain. And is going to go ahead and get that item from the old man. Out of logic here. But you might as well do it when you're right here.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely dark rooms you should learn if you're ever planning on running this game. Just a bunch of money in the waterfall.
Yeah, Professor now going to run up and check Zora. And we'll be able to see what's on Zora Ledge. We can't get it just yet, though. It's only 5 rupees anyway. Yeah.
All right, so there's $20 in King's Tomb. All right, time to see what King Ripoff has today. Just $20.
Yeah, we have so much money that we don't really care about it.
Exactly.
Professor, being very careful here not to take a hit. So when you're in this glitched water walk state, if you take a hit, any amount of damage, it'll get even more glitched, and you'll just be stuck. So it's very, very important not to take any damage when you're doing a water walk.
And there's our Dark World access with Moon Pearl in Paradox Cave.
All right.
Now we'll definitely be able to check all of the light and dark world side of Death Mountain.
Yeah, for sure. This is a very wide open seed right now. A lot of options for runners. Professor actually giving us a Nagina's Cave check. Ooh, there's a tempered sword. So, not an essential item, but a very nice upgrade to have.
Oh, for sure. Cut the Ganon fight to do it too much easier.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, a lot of bosses are much easier with that tempered sword.
Yes.
So Plasma gets that Moon Pearl.
Alright, so we have Pendant, Ice Palace, Pendant Swamp, and Pendant Thieves Town with the green pendant. The other 5-6 crystal is at Ice Palace.
Yeah, Pendant Turtle Rock, actually.
Yeah.
So no Ice Rod hunt for this seed.
Yeah, that is certainly a good thing.
And we don't need flippers either. We can sequence break into Ice Palace with a fake flippering.
Yes. Which is always nice to do.
So we are going to need a bow, fire rod, cane of Samaria, and possibly bombos for Misery Mire.
Yeah.
But I think that's about it.
I think the seed read your mind.
All right, so yeah, I mean, you can never predict, but this is looking like it could be a very fast seed.
Yeah, this is looking like a jet seed, and it is quick to open up Turtle Rock.
Plasma Kappa doing a Harapot here. It's a fairly recently discovered glitch that lets you skip the fire source requirement for getting into Hera if the big key is locked in the basement.
And
Oh,
there
he
is
had the
the ice
big
rod.
key. Oh, wow. Ice rod found. So we don't need the ice rod, but you never know. There could be something on Trina.
There could be.
Plasma Kappa heading in to take care of Moldorm now. So 3 sword spins or 3 hammer hits will do it. Gonna switch to the hammer.
And he will get his first crystal.
Oh, there is one item I forgot that we need. We need either the book or the mirror in order to get into Desert Palace. All right, Matt Cap, first one into the Village of Outcasts. Looks like he's just going straight into Thieves Town, not even bothering with any of the overworld checks.
Well, it is the green pendant, so if you're going to do any of the pendant dungeons, I mean, that probably makes the most sense because it gives you the extra item, and it's an easy dungeon to do, and you have everything to clear it, or you just check the first 4 and no bounce.
Yeah, we'll see what he plans to do. I'm sure he'll do the overworld after. And it looks like Professor Render going for the Harapod as well. As we get a red boomerang there in Thieves Town. And Matcap is looking like he wants to full clear Thieves Town here. Not a bad play, really.
Plasma Cabinet opening Turtle Rock.
It's a very early dip into Turtle Rock. No Fire Rod for Plasma Cap.
Doing a smart map check first. Seeing that it's a pendant. That map check probably changed his mind of that he is not going in yet.
Yeah, he might still go in, but he's going to check Super Bunny and Hookshot Cave first. And Professor Renderer takes out Moldorm and gets that
There's the last
first
300.
crystal. Wow. A lot of money in this seed.
Yeah. Plasma Cabinet is heading towards Turtle Rock.
Yeah,
Now
so
remember, you can get all the way to Laser Bridge if the key setup is correct without the fire rod.
Yep. Of course, it's pretty rare it lays out like that, but it can happen. But for now, all we can check is this first chest, and unless it's got a key or a fire rod, we're out of here.
It does
Oh, it
have a
does
key.
have a key. Matcap not getting that small key, so it is locked inside the big chest of Thieves Town. Plasma Kappa using ether there to take care of the pokey.
And just my first price for a shield.
Alright, so that's all we can do in Turtle Rock for now. Matcap having a pretty solid blind fight. Not perfectly on script, but still pretty solid.
And does get the green pendant.
So it didn't seem like there was anything good in Thieves Town, but we do still have an item at Sahasrara that we can get with that green pendant. And now we are going to see the rest of Village of Outcasts.
And just 10 arrows in the chest game. So my guess for Mapcat is that he's gonna clear out Village of Outcasts first, get the digging game done since you can't do that with a follower. Go grab Jeremiah and bring him on the world tour.
Yeah, probably. That'd be a good plan. Bunch of love there in the bombable hut. And hammer pegs now for Matcap.
Which makes it much easier when you have the boot.
Yeah, nice item dashing there. And it looks like Plasma Kappa is skipping Thieves Town entirely. Not even doing the front of it. He's going straight to the dig game. And Link to the Past can taking care of Tower of Hera.
A lot of digs there so far.
Yeah. And just bombs. Professor Ender starting in a different spot here in the Dark World. Gonna go straight to Hype Cave. So let's see what we got today.
Starting off with $5. And our first bottle, more bombs, another heart container, and another bottle. So we'll save our rating of Hype Cave until after we see what sick it has.
Oh, how about Stumpy with the mirror?
Very convenient place to get it.
So that's going to give us access to Desert Palace. Although we don't have a fire source, so we're not going to be able to complete it.
Looks like Plasma Cap is taking that mirror and bringing Jeremiah right back, so maybe taking the purple chest on the world tour instead.
Yeah.
And Link to the Paskin is heading into Turtle Rock. Will be very disappointed. And there's our fire rod.
That's a big find.
So that gives us our light source for Desert Palace.
So both Mac Cap and Plasma Capper ran right by K45. I hope they remember it on their way back with the purple chip.
Yeah, hopefully. That would be a really unfortunate miss if they don't.
It can be pretty easy to forget it when you just got the mirror. And Professor digging out a message there to chat, I guess. And oof, does not get the item because he spent too much time on that message. So that's really unfortunate. All right, there's the fire rod for Plasma, and Matcap is going to get that as well.
It also means that you didn't necessarily have to double dip Turtle Rock. I mean, we don't have no idea what's in it, but you didn't have to double dip it at all.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're just looking for a bow.
Yeah.
I don't think, yeah, we don't need anything else. Runners might want to find a lamp if they can't do all the dark rooms, but...
and possibly Bombos.
Oh, that's right. Bombos could be required.
So we have Bombos and Bow. And if you are in chat hoping for a potential pedestal seed, I believe both of those can still be on the pedestal. Both Bombos and the Bow.
Yeah, although with two bows in the game, it's very unlikely for a bow to be required on the pedestal. But it's still possible for sure. Yeah, flippers are required logically, but all of these runners have already shown that they can fake flipper. So we're not going to be going out of our way to find those.
In fact, they probably don't want to find them.
Yeah, because that would open up Swamp Palace.
Yeah, exactly.
That looks like Plasma Kappa now heading to do Skull Woods first. Very sensible play. It's a pretty quick dungeon. You got everything you need to full clear it.
Yeah, exactly.
Matt Cat now heading up to Harrow will get his King of Samaria and will actually be able to full clear Turtle Rock if he so chooses.
Well, looking for those two items that we may or may not need. We don't know about Bombos, but we definitely need at least one bow. We'll have to see what he decides to do while he's up here. But he could definitely clear out Hera, clear out all of East Light World Death Mountain and Dark Death Mountain, and we'll see what he does from there.
Alright, so Plasma Kappa heading straight to the back of Skullwoods. Meanwhile, Link to the Past can checking out the Desert and Mire area.
So we're going to find out shortly.
Or maybe not. I was going to go to Agina first.
I'll get his Tempered Sword.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one has checked Mire yet. You know, knowing that medallion is pretty important to know, like, if you need to search for that Bombos.
And then depending on, I guess, how good you are with your dark rooms, which I'm guessing these runners are, you can full clear Misery Mire.
Matcap setting up for the Herapod as well. Got it first try, I think.
And down goes Mothula for Plasma Kappa. And let us see if Bombos is indeed required or not. It is.
It is.
We will
Okay.
need to find Bombos. There's the Bloomerang in Meyer's shed, along with triple bombs. Get to check checkerboard cave while we're here too.
Yeah, we
And
can also clear out the front of desert, but Link to the Past can actually going to save and quit. Oh, he doesn't have the mirror. I
he doesn't
didn't.
have the mirror.
Yeah. So yeah, actually, that's all he can do in there for now. Yeah, so he hasn't been to Stumpy yet. But I mean, going to check that Meyer area real quick is not a bad play at all.
No, and with Flute, you can get back there very easily. So Plasma Kappa will dive into desert.
And Renderer having to be pretty careful around these grasshoppers. They do a lot of damage. He is on blue mail, so they'll only do one heart. But when you're only on two, you still want to be careful.
Yeah, exactly.
So big key on the torch. So boots were required for desert.
All right, let's see what Sick Kid has. Anything important? No. So Hype Cave, maybe 1 or 2 out of 7, out of 10 rather. It's nice to get the safeties from the bottles, but otherwise there was really nothing there of noteworthy.
And it looks like Link to the Past Ken is going to head into Eastern Palace with no bow. This play I definitely disagree with.
Well, if you're gonna head to Eastern, I would have probably taken the. Well, he doesn't have the mirror, but I was gonna say if he had the mirror, he could have gone to pod first. But we'll see if the risk takes care of
but
itself.
meanwhile, did you see what Plasma Kappa just found in desert?
Did not.
The flippers.
Oh. Oh boy!
So
That puts the pedestal into full logic.
yes, it sure does.
Yep. So Bombos on pedestal is a certain possibility. Now we'll have to see if somebody gets the book.
Yeah. And of course, this seed could be rude and just never give us the book.
Yep. We still have not seen what the green pendant has either.
Alright, so Plasma Kappa with that fire rod can actually clear desert.
We have not seen anything out of Eastern as of yet either.
Yeah.
And down goes Land Molus for Plasma Kappa. and gets his third crystal.
And Plasma Kappa heading into Agina now, going to get that Tempered Sword.
All right, so nothing in Eastern.
Yeah, so that played a bit of a time sink for Ken. Plasma Kappa now fluting to 8. Looks like an Ice Palace play here. I really like this play.
Yeah, I do too.
I was going to check the island. And that's just a heart piece. So we got 3 items in Ice Palace, and also that will give us access to Pyramid Fairy. So this is basically a play for 5 items.
Yeah, that's I like this a lot. And they have everything to make it as easy as Ice Palace allows, which is a pain in general.
Yeah. It is the only crystal dungeon he has left that he can full clear, so, you know, anytime you have a full clearable crystal, you generally want to go for it pretty quickly. And a nice key there in the first chest of Ice Palace. Having that early small key makes routing Ice Palace a lot nicer. You don't have to go around the long way to get those right side chests.
Anything that makes Ice Palace easier, I am all for.
And Matcap looks to be heading over towards Graveyard Ledge here. This is an often neglected spot. So if you come here and you find something, it can often be a huge play.
Especially after they've already done King's Tomb. It's no easier way to route it in. Yeah, just a heart container.
So no big deal there. Link to the Past Can finally getting that mirror off of Stumpy.
Professor Render having a little trouble getting to that chest there. And Paskin gets his fire rod.
Yeah, Matcap now stocking up on potions. So looks like he's okay. He's gonna check the mire area. Oh, he hasn't done desert yet, so I imagine he'll do that and get those flippers. And looks like okay, Renderer also. Oh, he hasn't done Bonk Rocks yet. Okay, so he's got a few checks up here to do.
There's our book.
Ooh, that's
okay, that gives
nice.
us all the tablets and access to the pedestal.
Yeah, it would not surprise me if Plasma went to check that pedestal, considering all those dungeons are in Logic now.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
there's the last 300.
Yeah.
We were one off earlier.
But that is all 3 items out of Ice Palace.
And that's really nice to just be able to go to the back, kill Cold Stare, and be on your way.
Yeah, with Tempered Sword, this should be not too difficult for Plasma Kappa.
It will take his entire magic meter, though, to get Cold Stare out of that shell.
Yeah, he can't miss any shots there if he doesn't have any potions. Puff's getting out of the corner, but still a pretty solid fight there.
Right, down goes Cold Stare. And with that key there, that means, I believe that means that the Kina Samario was logically required for that dungeon.
Yep. Looks like Professor Ender actually gonna fake Flipper and go into Ice Palace, it looks like.
Well, that makes sense for him. It's also his only crystal dungeon that he can full clear.
Yeah, it especially makes sense when you don't need the flippers for Swamp Palace. You might as well get Ice out of the way now.
I think Plasma Cap is headed to Swamp.
Yeah, he's not going to check that pedestal. Oh, he's going to check the Bombos tablet, it looks like, and then maybe go into Swamp.
Yeah, I think I like that play better.
Oh,
To at least
or
check
he
it.
might do Pyramid Fairy up into maybe Catfish as well.
Yeah, we have not seen Catfish yet. And just another heart piece. And it looks like he is heading in the Swamp.
All right. Makes a lot of sense. Swamp has got 6 items.
Yeah, exactly. And he has not cleared Thieves Town, so he does not have the green pendant.
Yeah, and I don't believe we've seen anyone turn in the green pendant yet.
No, I don't believe we have, so it's still remaining a mystery.
And Madcap, meanwhile, picks up that 3rd crystal out of Desert Palace and is going to go to Agina and grab that Tempered Sword.
Well, that's good that all the runners will have at least Tempered Sword. We don't have to see any Master Sword shenanigans this afternoon. And there's Bombos. Okay,
All
so
right.
that gives us access to Misery Mountain.
So, Ped is actually kind of on life support now. So we got 2 bows, and the odds of Pedestal being the only accessible bow are pretty slim.
Well, yeah, it would have to be the bow on there and then the other bow in GT somewhere.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, Professor Under down to just 2 hearts here and is going to skip the Ice Palace bomb jump. It's not a big deal because he does have Cane of Samaria, so he'll be able to finish the dungeon without too much difficulty, but I think because of his health situation, that's why he decided not to go for the bomb jump.
Oh, I agree. And it's a dungeon you really don't want to die in because it's like so long. That's a convenient big key.
Yeah.
So then flippers are required because of Bombos inside of Swamp.
Yep.
So Professor Render will need to get those flippers.
Alright, Plasma Cap into the flooded room here. We got some arrows and a map.
So that puts at least one item on the left side.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he did left side here.
Yeah,
You got much faster. And he's not even going to do Argus, actually. Yeah, when you got two bows out there to be found, it makes a lot of sense to skip those slow checks and just, hope that you find one of the bows.
It actually it makes a ton of sense. There's no reason to clear a pit dungeon at this point. You've gotten your thing, and you have a lot of items out there, a lot of places that one of those bows could be.
Yeah. So we are going to see Pyramid Fairy now. Link to the Past Can now heading into the back of Thieves Town as well. So again, we still haven't seen that green pendant. But at this point, all we're looking for is a bow.
Moving on Pyramid Ledge. Let's see what's in Pyramid Fairy. No bow.
Nothing. So Plasma Kappa bringing that mirror out. Yeah, he's going to skip Catfish.
Well, my guess is he'll clear out Misery Mire, see if he finds a bow there. If he doesn't, then maybe he'll go back and do Catfish.
Yeah, other option may be just to dive into Pod.
That's actually not a bad idea. Pod probably is not bow locked.
And even if it is, you can always bottle glitch in and hope to find the second bow in there.
Yeah, you definitely could.
Of course, the other big option on the table is Turtle Rock. And we did get all the Turtle Rock items very early on. So that's a possibility.
Link to the Paskins keeping blind on script. Doing a flawless job so far. And down goes blind.
Yeah, it gets off script there at the end, but has plenty of hearts to just power through it. And Professor Under going into Cold Stare on 1.5 hearts. This is going to be very scary.
Yeah. Definitely not my first choice.
There is a fairy pot that he could have gotten to, but he didn't have a small key to get to the switch, and he's down to 1/2 heart. And he's going to mirror out. He's not even going to try. That's kind of surprising. I think he'd at least want to try to finish it. Oh, he was out of magic.
Oh,
that makes sense.
Magic. Well, that's a good reason he helped out.
Gonna get that heal off the shop guy there, and pick up a couple of blue potions. So, unfortunately, Professor is gonna have to go all the way back through Ice Palace. So that's going to cost him a few minutes. Meanwhile, Plasma Kappa continuing through Mire. Don't know if we've seen any items yet. I don't think so.
I have not, so picking up keys first, it looks like. And lots of them.
Alright, Cap now up to Cold Sarah, and he's only got 2.5 hearts, so.
He's got potions, so.
Yeah, he's got potions, though, so he's alright. Alright, Plasma Kappa now heading into these tricky Mire dark rooms. These are some of the most difficult dark rooms in the game. But there are some tricks you can use to get them down fairly consistently. And it looks like Plasma Kappa had no trouble there.
Looks like he's out of there.
Having to resort to that blue potion, that spike is really hard to dodge in the dark. And there are the flippers for Professor Renderer.
Plasma Kappa showing really good job with these dark rooms. They are not easy.
Yeah, for sure.
And he is gonna head over to Vitreous. He does have Tempered Sword, which will make it nicer, but it is still not the nicest fight without silvers. But
Yeah, again, use these NMG strats. So you go up into the slime, and the slime only does one heart of damage. So you can go up in there, take that damage, and use your invincibility frames to just sword spin and get a whole bunch of eyeballs down at once.
right, down goes Vitreous.
Nicely done there. That's about as fast as you can do that fight without the bow.
Mad Cat will check Bombo's tablet and should be heading towards Swamp Palace.
Alright, so now where's Plasma gonna go to search for that bow?
Possibly, I'm gonna guess Pod. Oh, is he gonna read the pedestal?
No, I think he's going to Thieves Town.
That's probably a much better check anyway. More items there. Plus the green pendant.
Yeah, again, we've still not seen that green pendant. Alright, Cap
is heading into Swamp.
Yeah.
Where he will get his bombos.
So we know Plasma left, I think, at least 2 items, or maybe just 1 item in Swamp. We saw a map. I don't think we saw a compass. I think there are 2 items left in Swamp that we haven't seen. One on either Argus or left side. So there's a Bombos for Matcap.
He is continuing on.
Yeah.
So as far as like where the bow could now be, we have the 2 items that are left in Swamp Palace. We have all of Turtle Rock, and we have at least the first chest in pod. And if you do the bottle glitch, you can go to the back of pod. Potion glitch, rather.
What else have we not seen? We haven't seen Catfish, Spike Cave, Ether Tablet. So there's a few random overworld checks to do as well. But probably at this point you want to just head for the high density dungeons and not so much the overworld, the one-off overworld checks. Looks like Matcap is going to go ahead and do left side swamp here.
Oh, I wonder if he's not as happy with doing dark rooms with Meyer. So maybe he's hoping to find the lamp.
That is a possibility. And Professor Ender now making his second trip into Ice Palace to go finish off Cold Stare, this time armed with a couple of blue potions. And Plasma Kappa now taking on Blind.
My guess is he's going to go straight to the pod area with his mirror, and then he's going to turn in the green pendant and then at least check pod to see if it is bow locked. And if it is, he'll probably use a potion glitch to get past it anyway.
Yeah, that would make sense. Alright, here's left side swamp.
Oh, $20. Let's see. And there's our compass. So Argus does have the last item.
Professor Ender getting down to low health again. Has to be very careful in these difficult rooms in Ice Palace. Alright, we're getting that green pendant
so
now.
Here we go. It is $5.
Wow. Alright, Thieves Town, completely worthless.
Yep.
I think at this point, our best option is to dive into pod.
Yeah. It's better than diving into Turtle Rock, but and Mapcat is gonna full clear Swamp Palace. He must not be ready. He must not feel comfortable with his dark rooms. That he's probably looking for the lamp. Looks like Plasma Cab is going to head to Catfish.
Link to the or Professor Renderer. Okay, he's on the last puff here.
All right, down goes
Gets
Colt
it down.
All right, Catfish, what do you have today?
Now we're seeing Argus as well. Just a heart container there.
So nothing there or on Catfish. There's another heart piece.
So I think we're down to Turtle Rock or Pod.
Rock and Pod.
And Ether Tablet and Spike Cave.
Tablet, yep.
The Spike Cave's not in Logic. And of course Pedestal, yeah. Looks like Matt Cap is heading to Misery Mire.
Alright. So let's see if Plasma Kappa head towards Pod at this point. Or is he going to Turtle Rock? Yeah, I'm guessing by the saving quit and starting at the mountain, we are going to TR. Or maybe Spike Cave first.
Yeah, this might be Ether Tablet and then Spike Cave. Oh, Plasma hasn't even checked the Spec Rock Cave yet.
Alright, Ether Tablet, what do you have for us this afternoon? There's the lamp.
Alright, lamp finally found. So you were required to go into Ice Palace to get the book to go get the lamp. And it looks like we are going to see now that Turtle Rock dive.
Well, it makes the most sense as far as like he's concerned because he's got you know a couple of chests he could check versus full clearing the 5 or 6 items that are in TR plus Mimic Cave, so it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Alright, so first up, we are going to see the fire rod locked side. So there has to be at least one small key here, but there could also be an item. Oh, it's going to be the big key.
And a small key.
Yeah. Question about the Lumberjack. We never saw what was on Lumberjack. But I don't think it's the bow, unless maybe Plasma Cabin never checked it. So two or three of the runners did check Lumberjack earlier, but we were not able to catch what was on it from any of them. Yeah, if they knew the bow was there, I think they might have gone for it by now. I mean, you can always hope to find the second one, but at this point, it's probably better off doing Aga. But again, I don't think the bow is actually there, so it's kind of a moot point.
Yeah, I would. I have to tend to agree with you. If it was Bell, they would have done Aggle by now.
Alright, so Link to the Past Ken coming up on Cold Stare, making sure to have a full magic bar, Professor Ender clearing out left side swamp, and Matcap heading in for these dark rooms. Does not have the lamp from the ether tablet.
Alright, time to check Mimic Cave. Is this our bow? It is. So at 1 hour and 12 minutes, Plasma Kappa has officially entered go mode. And that kills the bed.
Yep.
So now he'll flute to 5, clear up both Eastern and Pod as fast as their layouts allow, and then go to GT.
Yeah, Pod is one of those dungeons where you can save a lot of time in go mode if the big key is early. But if the big key is late, then you save pretty much no time.
What would be really funny is if the other bow is in the first chest in Pod.
That would be pretty awful.
Alright, let's find out if the dungeon was indeed bow locked. Is this an item? It is a small key, it was not bow locked. Let's gain up Brian.
Yeah. Not really all that helpful at this point, but why not? Alright, Matcap on to Vitreous. Was successful with those dark rooms. Going to use the cape slash method here. So if you are slashing your sword, the cape stops draining magic for a second. So you can actually get a lot of slashes in like this.
That's always a good strat to know. Alright, so it looks like the big key is going to be in the back someplace. There's half magic. A little late for that too.
Yeah, but I mean, you'll take it. Why not?
Oh yeah, for sure. There's our big key.
Alright. So just on to Helmosaur. Should be a pretty easy fight. Alright, Professor Ender done with Swamp Palace.
Let's see where he goes next. Looks like Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, same as Matt Cap here.
Alright, so
Yeah.
Plasma Kappa now heading into the back of Pod. 17 smacks to the face for Helmosaur King. And then a couple of more swings with the sword.
Yeah, not quite getting the one cycle there in that turtle room, but still pretty well done nonetheless.
And this also shows with the runners knowing their dark rooms, not having to look for the lamp. I mean, it wasn't in an inconvenient place, but nonetheless, it was not easily accessible. So knowing your dark rooms is really important.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, down goes Helmosaur King for Plasma Kappa.
Yeah, very well done fight. And that is crystal number 6.
And it looks like Professor Render is going to head into Pod without the bow.
Yeah, not a bad
First,
play
he's
at
gonna
all.
turn in his green pendant, then
Oh yeah.
hit the Pod.
No, I think it's a good call. It's just not the right call for this seed, unless that second bow is in pod. We didn't see all of it because Plasma Kappa only was looking for the big key. And Renderer finally checking Sasha's closet, getting that useless ether medallion and a nice red mail, which he probably kind of wishes he had for Cold Stare there.
Yeah, and Vitreous. Oh, he did very well with Vitreous because he had the cape.
That was Matt Cap.
Oh, that was Macap, sorry.
Yeah. Link to the Past. Ken finished with Desert Palace now, so that's 4 crystals there.
Almost getting the quick in that skeleton room.
And Renderer actually heading into Eastern Palace first.
I don't know
So-
how I agree with that.
Yeah.
But he also doesn't know what we know.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, Plasma Kappa almost to Armos Knights now.
Yeah, he'll do his ring around the Armos Knights and then head up to GT.
And it looks like Matt Cap is making that trip up Death Mountain, so probably going to get that lamp off the Ether Tablet, and then hopefully we'll head into Turtle Rock and find that bow for go mode. Plasma sitting up at top right, Strat there. Oh, not quite getting the quick kill. Missed that last arrow.
All right, folks. With that, Crystal Plasma Kappa has gotten number 7. I'll be heading up to GT. There are 22 possible locations for that Ganon's Tower big key to be. In chat now if you'd like. Take a number between 1 and 22 of where you think that big key will be. So, Edium, where do you think it's going to be this afternoon?
I always go for number 1, just because no reason. But this has been kind of an annoying seed. You had to dip a bunch of pendant dungeons, so let's give him a nice big key in number 1.
Okay, I'm going to go with the torch, number 3.
All right. Plasma Kappa actually getting really beat up here by these cabbages. Well, we call them cabbages. They're really supposed to be rocks, but they look like cabbages.
I'll take that. They definitely look like cabbages. Those more like cabbages.
Yeah, it actually clipped him through one of the walls, which was a bit weird.
Well, Spiky only having $20.
Yep.
And he noped out, so he is not going to get his lamp from that ether tablet.
Oh wow, that's surprising to only go up. Oh no, he got the lamp.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Yeah, but he is going to head for. No, he's floating away. Okay, he's not going into Turtle Rocks and dive Eastern Pod. For people asking about the start command, that's only used for tournaments. We don't use the bot in daily races, but we still play the game for fun.
All right, so at the 1 hour, 22 minute, and 48 second mark, Plasma Kappa has entered GT.
And he is going
left side first. Now there's a potion green goo that will remain there, so no torch for me today.
Yeah, my guess of number 1 also is dead.
Alright, here's chest number 2 in the skeleton room. There's a small key, chest 3, $5. Chest 4, 10 arrows. Chest number 5, small key. Oh, he's doing Dark Magician.
Yeah, it's a fairly common route. Just do the first room on the left, mirror, and then do the right side. The reason you do this is because a lot of times you don't get a key in the hope room. We did in this case, but doing that left room first guarantees that you get a key to go and do the compass room on the right side here.
Yeah, so chest 6 and 7, respectively, $20, and a small key. All right, now it's time for chest 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh, Matt Cap is actually heading into Turtle Rocks. This is good. There's a shovel. Shield.
Shield. And a Harkinator. So is not there.
Yeah, so now... Oh, he's doing full Dark Magician. You don't see this very often. A lot of runners do the abbreviated version where you just do the right side, mirror, and then continue and finish off the left side. But he's actually going straight for Ice Armos.
All right, let's see. With chest number 14. sorry, 13. That anti-fairy will get out of the way. Just triple bombs. So into Ice Armos we go. Based
And
on Professor Render, does not look like he found a bow inside of Pod in any of the other locations that were not accessible. That were accessible
Yeah.
to him. There's the big key. So that was 14. If I counted correctly.
I'll trust you on that one because I wasn't counting. All right, time for the GT climb, and Plasma Cap is starting off with just one heart, taking a bunch of damage off those spikes.
Oh yeah,
He's got no potions,
potions.
so he's got to do this very carefully. And you do not want to run into arrows.
No. If he gets far enough, there is a spot in GT that has fairies, and it's not far away from where he is now.
Yeah. But he cannot take a death here. He's only got 2 arrows. You need at least 4 to get through the first mimic room. Oh no. Oh, this is really bad for Plasma. So one thing he could do, he's got a shovel. He could go outside and dig for arrows. But he's going to actually just go down the right side here and find some more arrows. Yeah, that was a very bad death. That's going to cost him a bunch of time here.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just going to check the left side here and hope to find a 10 arrow pack. This makes sense. Oh, there's a mushroom. It's not very helpful. Matcat, meanwhile, is in Mimic Cave now, so we'll be in go mode here. Alright, there's some arrows for Plasma. Gonna go ahead and check the rest of this room. Doesn't find anything useful though. Alright, so here we go. Attempt number 2 at the GT climb. Yep, so the only bow we know about is in Mimic Cave. We've seen quite a bit of the rest of the game, so we really, there's not too many spots where the second bow could be.
Well, there is the rest of Turtle Rock.
Yeah, of course it could be on pedestal.
It could very well could be.
There is that lamp now for Professor Renderer. He's immediately going to Meyer, so I think he was looking for the lamp. It seems like he was not comfortable with the Meyer dark rooms.
I don't blame him. I'm definitely not. Alright, so Plasma Kappa is in the gauntlet now. Definitely getting a lot of arrow drops. Alright, so now we'll head to Land Molus 2. Looks like he's heading for Misery Mire. Nice Wizard room by Plasma.
Yeah, that room's always so satisfying. Just kill all the enemies in one hit.
And that was the second Wizard room just as easily.
Gonna use lamp strats here, even though he has plenty of magic.
Alright, heading up to floor number 6 in GT.
Question in chat, how many runners are in this race? There are a total of 14 runners, so 10 off stream. Plasma Kappa now on to Moldon 2. Very easy with the Tempered Sword. See if he checks this last chest here.
There's Butter Sword.
Alright, not a bad upgrade. You'd rather have silvers, but gold sword isn't too bad.
It's not as big of an upgrade as Tempered is over Master Sword. It is a nice upgrade though. And now to the Geometry Wizard of Agatu.
Oh, that's not a nice pattern. Oh, never mind. He figured it.
Okay, there's 2-2.
Who misses that first ball just barely. Ooh, he misses there.
There. Down goes Agatu for Plasma Kappa. Of course, Ganon will tell you where the other bow is. With Butter Sword will easily get through the phases of Ganon. Is already on phase 2. Now to start phase.
Yep.
And Mapkin is just about to enter his Helmosaur King fight. stops teleporting. Turtle Rock. Add the other bow.
Yeah, so obviously no one's going to go deeper into Turtle Rock when you find your go mode there. But Plasma Kappa is on phase 4 now. It's going to be 12 spin.
Yeah.
Oh, missed this one.
Much easier than the 24 with Master Sword.
Yeah. Very nice job on this fight. It should be pretty close to finish. There it is.
Scanning for Plasma Kappa. Get your GGs in chat for Plasma Kappa. And he crosses the finish line and finishes first on our restream and 5th overall. I believe his official time. He has not put it in yet, but we're going to say 1:37. Wacky Wheat Worlds finished 4th with an official time of 1 hour, 36 minutes, 26 seconds. Hayfield Bay finished in 3rd with an official time of 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 50 seconds. Shire finished 2nd with an official time of 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 44 seconds. And in 1st place, Drake Carriers with an official time of 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 53 seconds. GG's to all.
Yeah, and we are now joined by Plasma Kappa. GG's.
GG's, you have seen exactly how good my short-term memory is.
What do you mean?
I'm sure I haven't drunk that blue potion before. I'm 100% certain that I still have it. That is not, in fact, gone.
We'll see when the credits are done, I guess. But, yeah, so that was an interesting seed. A lot opened up very early on. So what was your mindset in trying to figure out how to go ahead and route such a wide open seed?
Well, I just took the items to places mostly, except for Fire Rod. It took me around 20 years to take it back up to Turtle Rock.
Yeah. So, when we were in bow mode, looking for the bow, basically it seemed like we kind of had two options: either Turtle Rock or just dive into Pod and hope it's there. So, what made you go into Turtle Rock?
Oh, I still have an unused Fire Rod sitting around. My palace is empty. And then I found the lamp. I was like, well, it could be in Pod 2. So, but I'm already up here. But yes, the answer to that question is the Fire Rod.
Okay. Yeah, so a couple of the other runners did go into Pod without the bow. So lost some time there. And we see a link to the past Ken is doing that right now. How about that unfortunate kind of incident there in GT where you ran out of arrows?
Yeah.
So you went over to the left side and managed to find some arrows. Did you consider maybe mirroring out and just shoveling?
I had a shovel?
I think so.
Oh, I probably forgot to track it again.
Oh, it's on your tracker on our screen anyway. Oh, you got the shovel in GT.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I would never probably forget to track anything I find in there.
Yeah, same. So, the other thing about this seed was all the pendants were open pretty early on. Did you ever think about going to check the pedestal once you found that book?
Well, I thought about it until I found Bombos and I stopped thinking about it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now we are seeing on your screen right now pedestal just couch cache. So yeah, we have no idea where that second bow is. Actually, we do. Cannon said it was in Turtle Rock, so never mind.
Could be on Trinex. Could be Laser Bridge.
Yeah. Yeah, with how early that ice rod is, my guess is it was probably on Trinex.
Yep. As you can see, I have a lot of one-hit KO experience. So I was like, how am I going to do this with the blue cane? I believe
Yeah.
there was a better way than what I came up with, just dying immediately.
Yeah. How about all the money in this seed?
Oh
There's a
yeah,
lot of it.
I used the money to do absolutely nothing. It was great.
Well, a couple of our runners are over 2,000 in rupees right now.
Yeah. Only did TT because I hadn't done the first four, which I was going to do. Then I was going to route down, but then, get the mirror and you can suddenly finish that whole loop that you were going to plan to leave half finished.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always weird when you get the mirror kind of in the middle of that loop and then you're like, oh, wait, how do I route now?
Yes. Incredibly smart too. Do K45 first, but that's too much on the fly thinking for my gameplay.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't the only one who had to come back for K45. But yeah. So this was kind of an almost all dungeon seed. You did skip out on the rest of Swamp Palace, which turned out to be a good play.
Oh yeah. Argus is a long fight.
But yeah.
I have a quick question. When you were bow for go mode after you got Bombos, were you at all thinking of just noping out right there of Swamp, knowing that there's
Oh.
two bows out?
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's like, well, can get most of the checks in here. I think I'll just leave Argus on the left side alone. I was like, I want to nope out, but I don't want to commit to noping now, so I'll just kind of do it halfway.
Professor Render are getting really trolled here by these chain chomps. But gets through, gets that shield. And Link to the past Ken finally getting that lamp, and he is not happy about it. Gonna do a few rage medallion uses.
And some bombs too.
Yeah, well, I don't really have any further questions for you. You're certainly welcome to stick around if you want, or if not, GG's.
Yeah, GG's. I gotta get some food.
GG's Plasma.
Yep. In
Yeah,
conclusion,
GG.
should have believed independent TR more. Yes, thank you for commentary, your tracking, your restreaming, everything that goes into this.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for Putting on a great show.
I'm just gonna go eat.
All right, have a good day.
All right, well, we found the mushroom now. It was in GT.
Yeah, I think Plasma Cav, I got that somewhere.
Oh, and he was searching for arrows, yes. All right, so Mackin is in the randomizer room now. 10 arrows there. Compass. There's $50 and 20 more bucks. Professor Render's gotta be careful here. Don't want to take a death in Turtle Rock.
Ooh, almost did there. From that laser. Alright, Matt Cap coming up to Ice Armos here. Let's see, he could use the blue cane actually. He's got half magic and blue cane. And that would save him some arrows.
Oh, he could, but he's got 30 arrows.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna go for the arrow strats.
Alright, and we'll be getting his big key here. So, hopefully for a link to the Paskins, he heads to TR following this dive into Misery Mire.
Yeah, I think he's already been through Eastern and Pod, so I don't think he has much left.
So. Oh, and unfortunate death for Professor Render. So close to that bow. I'll have to start Turtle Rock all over again. That is really unfortunate. He was so close to the safety door.
Yeah.
Where he would have gotten his bow.
Matt Cap, meanwhile, got that big key. Now beginning the GT climb. Pretty low on health, so it wouldn't surprise me if he stops into the safety room there.
Yeah, that's definitely a good plan.
Link to the past can now up onto Vitreous. Gonna use that cape slash strats. Pretty effective here.
And Mackin is just in the gauntlet now.
And nice fight there from Ken, getting that fifth crystal.
And Professor Render has to be careful again, down to 2.5 hearts this time. And a 1.5 hearts now, down to half a heart here.
Oh no, takes another
death.
Professor, just use your fire rod. And that is really, that's got to be just kind of tilting right now. He's taking a quick pause. But he's heading back
Get
in
a
there.
drink of water or something.
Yeah.
Well, he also has cape, so even if you didn't want to use his fire rod, at least use your cape.
Yeah. I mean, you could even just go ahead and use bombos and just blast everything.
Yeah, that's another option too. And Link to the Paskins is looks like he did he not do purple chest? He did not.
Yeah, I don't think there was
much more help
anything.
this time.
Yeah. Yeah, we never found that powder. And that powder is always really nice to have in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, it's probably in GT
Yeah.
or somewhere in Turtle Rock that we didn't check, or it's on the mushroom.
Alright, Professor, getting through the Poke Room this time. And Ken actually never checked Old Man. Again, I guess probably because of not having that lamp.
Alright, so Professor Render just about to go into Mimikay where he will get his bow. Meanwhile, Mackin takes a troll dorm fall.
Oof. Professor Render, meanwhile, in Mimic Cave now, about to get that bow. About to be in go mode.
And a lot of Fury Slashes there. And down goes Trolldorm.
So Render taking out from Turtle Rock will not get those silvers.
And Mackin will not get that Butter Sword. So he will do Tempered Sword Silverless Ganon.
Yep. And
start his Agatu fight.
so Render in go mode, heading in to finish off Pod in Eastern. Link's the past Ken now heading into Turtle Rock, so should get his go mode bow here in a few minutes.
Down goes Aga for Mackin. And we'll start his Ganon fight. You had mentioned it earlier when we were given all the stuff for Turtle Rock so early, Fire Rod, Ice Rod, that not surprised that there was a build there.
Yeah, for sure. Turtle Rock has so many items required to enter it, so when you find those items early, it's definitely a big pointer towards Turtle Rock. Now, it's not always the case, you know, sometimes it's just bait, but very often you're going to find something there when you have everything to access it so early.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so entering phase 3 for Mackin. spins. And just 2 more stomps for him. And then he'll be doing his 12 spins. Much easier to get that torch glitch with the lamp than the fire rod.
Yeah, getting that torch glitch makes this fight a whole lot easier.
Especially if you're doing Master Sword Silverless.
Oh yeah.
24 to do.
Yeah, Master Sword Silverlist, if you don't get the torch glitch, it's going to take a lot of magic, and it's going to take a long time. Ooh, accidentally gets a stun hitter there. That's not what you want.
Alright, Professor Render heading into Helmosaur King.
Almost got a bat to the face there. And that's
Down
it.
goes Gannon for Mac Ginn. Get your GGs in chat. Alright, so he finishes second on the restream and 9th overall with official time of 1 hour and 57 minutes. And I think it was 45 seconds. And behind him in 8th place was Cyclove at 1 hour, 56 minutes, and 38 seconds. And in 7th place today was Sitsu 14 at 1 hour, 56 minutes, and 6 seconds. And behind him at 6th place was Walther the 4th with 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 25 seconds. Get your GGs in chat.
Yeah, and we are getting word that Professor Renderer has thrown in the towel, decided not to finish the seed. I'm sure he'd have no problem finishing it, but maybe decided things just haven't gone his way. He doesn't want to finish, and that's understandable. So we are going to see if either MacCap or Renderer want to join us for an interview.
It's not a bad thing. And Lincoln looks to me like he has the fire. He might be going for the silvers because he's still going through Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I think he's looking for silvers. That's the only explanation.
Well, see, in this case, the time it saves you to go and find the silvers wherever they may be in Turtle Rock probably is worth it to learn silverless again at this point.
Yeah, for sure. If you're racing Link to the Past seriously, silverless Ganon is one of the first fights you really got to practice.
Rock.
And we are joined by Professor Renderer.
Just go to Turtle Rock. Just go to Turtle Rock.
GG's, Professor.
I don't want to call it GG, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you could have finished, but it's understandable when you had kind of a few things go wrong there.
I mean, let's be fair here. The seed started out perfect. It was great for me. But usually whenever I have this early game niceness, just something has to come down, and the sad thing is I it made perfect sense for me to not go to Turtle Rock because why would I go independent Turtle Rock? Like, ugh.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I mean, honestly, I was calling for a bow and pod.
That's
So,
what I was hoping for too.
yeah, but that was just not the case today.
It just hurts because I was like thinking it can't be the pedestal because it's just bow away. Like, why would it be on the pedestal?
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, usually it's just 20 rupees or a heart piece or whatever. I'm not like pulling the pen for anything. I just went into Turtle Rock, but yeah, and then I Turtle Rock Pod. But yeah, because I said like when I saw Ice Palace as a crystal, I'm like, okay, cool. I can do the meme that one meme thing I was gonna do, and that was just a pause on the menu when the shell was fading away. Or menu.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, because shout out to Ken for discovering that, by the way. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Overall, it wasn't bad. It was just Turtle Rock just had to troll me, and I took 2 deaths there because and I was feeling the tilt as it suck in. I'm like,
yeah. It definitely looked like you were getting a bit tilted there.
Yeah, I was like, if I die here or if I reach 2 hours, then I'm done. I mercilessly wanted to. I said like, you know what, I'll clear out pod and that's it. Just after all that was just like, yeah.
Well, I mean, you still put on pretty good effort. It wasn't the friendliest. It seemed friendly at first, but that bow location was pretty awful. Both bows in Turtle Rock is never fun.
Laser Bridge or
the other one was Laser Bridge.
Link to the Paskins found it.
I mean, I wasn't. I had a feeling it was like in Turtle Rock or somewhere else, if not GT, because again, I already said that it can't be on a pedestal because, I mean, yes, it can be in there, but it's like, again, why would I go for it? Other than that, though, yeah, but it was okay, not the worst, but again, it just Turtle Rock had to screw me over, and that's how it ended up. I mean, finally get a chance to play around with my new SNES Classic for once, just for first time playing with this. Fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, GG's to everyone. GG to Plasma Kappa. Please send help to me. And thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thanks for being on stream.
No
I do want to take a moment to shout out again to our trackers Hugo and the 3X. And of course, follow all of our runners. Professor Render, Link to the Past Ken, Matt Cap, and Plasma Kappa. All did a great job today. So unfortunately, we are kind of running out of time here, so we're not going to be able to watch Link to the Past Ken finish. But if you do want to see him finish out the seed, again, the link to his stream is there in chat. So you can just follow that and cheer him on. But yeah, I think for us, that's going to do it. Do you have any final thoughts, Nitro?
Nope, just Nelly, consider following all the runners, but definitely keep your eyes on the Speed Gaming channels of networks for all your Link to the Past and other randomizers that are out there. There are amazing runners, and I believe there might be some tournaments still going on, so check out Speed Games 1 through 6, and I believe LTTP 1 through 4.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great afternoon. We do, again, have another daily race coming up later on at 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm not sure if that is on the schedule. Let me just double check here. That one is unsure of a restream. But there is also a tournament race That's starting at 6:50 p.m. Eastern. So that's going to be in a couple of hours, and that's going to be on the main Speed Gaming channel between Tito and Ninban. So keep your eyes peeled for that if you're looking for some more randomizer actions tonight. But yeah, again, that's going to do it for us. So I've been Atium, and Nitro, I guess you can have the last word.